Hey, Joe the Tender here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to install a T-mold. Now, a T-mold is something that you would use where the plank comes to an end at another hard surface. And you want that hard surface to be close to the same height as the plank. Now, the most I usually use as a rule of thumb here is a 1/4 inch higher. Like whatever one it would be, it wouldn't matter. But I wouldn't really push much more than that. 3/8 is really kind of pushing it, but it's probably doable. The reason why is you put stress on that T-mold and it ends up breaking. And so you don't want that. These things are expensive enough. Plus you don't want to finish a project and 2 months later you have to already fix a transition. The other thing I want to point out to you is that you absolutely do not want to use a T-mold where the plank comes up to carpet. That is where you want to use an end cap. An end cap is the proper thing for that installation because a T-mold will fit in there. It'll be nice on the one side where the plank is. It'll be nice and firm there. But once you get to the other side of the carpet and you walk on that, that's soft there, and that T-mold's going to have stress and it's going to break. And I'm sure it wouldn't take more than a couple of days if it's a heavy traffic area. So I would skip doing that and just make sure that you use an end cap. Now, what if you have a bathroom? Because we all have a situation where you come to a bathroom, there's tile in that bathroom, and the tile is a lot higher than the plank. So what do you do in that situation? Well, what I like to do is I like to use a reducer. Now you can see the reducer has this nice bevel to it. Some of them look a little different than this. And then right here is the lip that covers the plank. And so what this is meant for is in a place where your plank comes to an end, like at concrete or some kind of a bare floor, where this would be the end of the plank then. But what you can do is you can take this T-mold or this reducer and you can flip it around and put it on top of the plank. And then this side over here would be what would cover this lip, would cover your tile. And so then you glue this on top of the plank. Now you just run a bead of glue, a couple of dots here and there on here, put some weight down on it while it's drying, and then when it's done drying you can take the weight off and it should be good. Now that'll allow your floor to move back and forth. Now I do want to real quick before we get to the video talk to you about my website. So that's howyoudothat.com. If you go to my website, there'll be a link below. You can see I have 3 different places here that you can click on. If you're just researching, meaning you're just researching, you haven't started your project yet, you're wondering if this is something that you can do, click on that tab right there and you'll get lots of great information. Now, if you are ready to start, you'd want to click on this tab and I'll bring you through a bunch of things here, steps that in different videos, things that you should be thinking about while you're getting going on your installation. And I'll walk you through it step by step. Now, if you're already installing your project and you have some questions, go into this tab right here and you can click on there and I'll bring you through the things that you might have problems with. You'll have lots of information there that you can get from going into that spot right there. And if you just go down the page or scroll down the page, you can see right here that I have my tools section, and this is where you can go and find the tools that you need to install your vinyl plank. Anyway, with all that being said, here, let's watch. And so what I want to make sure of here is that this is going to slide under this trim piece right here, and it's not on that side. On this side it barely does. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take an oscillating saw and I'm just going to cut just that part. I'll do the same thing here. And now it'll slide under there nicely. Okay, I'm going to show you how to install this now. So we're not using a track. What we're trying to do is put some glue, some dots of glue in here. And we're using construction glue. And so what I like to do is I just like to do like a Hershey kiss and let it stick up a little bit. You can also use brad nails, but T-molds are pretty thin and flimsy, and if you do use a brad nailer, you need to make sure you hit it right through the middle. But another thing I like to do to give me instant grab is I use this glue. It's a glue gun. And it's special glue sticks. I'll show you what those are. I'll leave a link. And so I just kind of put those in between these then. And do the same thing, make a mountain. So now I'll just take my T-mold, slide it where it needs to go. These bend a little bit, so I can bend it to get it underneath. And then just kind of straighten it out a little bit. Hold it down. Now if you didn't have this glue, if you decide not to use something like this, and like I said, I'll leave a link. You just put some weight down on here to hold it down while it's setting up. But these take about 3 to 5 minutes to set. I did bring a brad nailer because I just wanted to show you. So I'm only going to throw a couple in here because I don't like to use them on T-molds, but if you did, you'd go right in the middle of it and stick a brad nail in there. So I'm going right in the middle. That's going to be through that leg. Just stick a brad nail in. And then you just fill these holes with a little wood filler. So that's the different ways that you can use to do a T-mold. But if you use the glue method, then you don't have any nail holes. Okay, so you can see installing a T-mold really isn't too difficult at all. It's actually pretty simple. You just want to be sure that when you're using that glue that you don't put so much in that it squirts out and hits the plank and then stops the plank from being able to move. Now, if you have questions, let me know. I also want to tell you about Laminate University. Laminate University is a place that you can go and become a member. I have all my videos in there. There's a place right inside the members area that you can ask questions. I also have a brand new thing that I'm doing is a screencast where if you send me your drawing, I'll walk you through your entire layout with you. I'll show you where to start. I'll show you the plank direction I think that you should go with. If you decide you want to go with a different direction, that's fine. I'll walk you through whatever it is that you have for questions during this screencast. I'll point you to the videos that you need to watch. And so you can check out that by hitting the link down below. Hey, I appreciate you watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm Joe Latender. God bless you all. Have a great day.